Have you ever wanted to begin surfing but were unsure of what kind of board to use? There are two main types of surfboards, longboards and shortboards. I will be focusing on the characteristics of each and how they differ and how those differences affect the ride on the waves. Surfing is a sport for everyone, and there is a type of surfboard out there for all levels of surfers. Even if you find surfing intimidating, there's a surfboard out there that can help you become more comfortable with the water. I personally have been surfing many times. I have tried different types of boards that differ in mass, size, length, and volume, so I have been able to firsthand experience the way that the differences affect the ride on the wave. I've also talked to many experienced surfers who have also tried different types of boards, and I have spoken with experts in the area that own board shops. Long and short boards differ in length, volume, and mass, making each of them more suitable for different skilled levels of surfers, and wave conditions. So longboards are characterized as being 9 feet long or more, and they have a rounded nose for more mellow and smaller waves. They make waves much easier to catch because of their size and length, and they are very stable. Your advanced surfers and longboarders are able to walk up and down the surfboard as they are on the wave because of their size. The cons of longboards are that they are very heavy and difficult to transport. They are also very hard to duck dive under large waves when you're out surfing, and they are very prone to breaking because of how big they are. In contrast, shortboards have a pointed nose because they are made for steep waves that break quickly. They are much harder to ride, but they are ideal for advanced tricks for surfers that are at that level. They also make duck diving easy, and they are much easier to transport because of how light and compact they are. Long and shortboards differ not only in their size, but also in their volume and buoyancy. Buoyancy is how much the surfboard floats, which is very important in beginning surfing. Longboards have a very high buoyancy, which means that they float on the surface of the water, and they have more volume and mass. The fact that they float on the water makes them much easier to catch waves and balance on the waves. However, the more volume and mass makes them heavier and harder to maneuver as you surf on the wave. In contrast, shortboards have very low buoyancy and have less volume and mass. The low buoyancy makes them very difficult to balance on while you're sitting waiting for waves, and also as you stand up and catch the wave, it's hard to stand up and keep your balance. Once you do catch the wave, however, the low mass and volume make it easy to maneuver the board. Now that you know the mechanics of the different types of boards, you can begin to see which boards are best for different levels of surfing. So beginners are commonly known to use wave storms, which are long boards, usually around 8 feet, that have a foam top and are very buoyant. The buoyancy makes it very easy to catch the waves, as stated previously, and longboards are also very good for beginners because of the same reason, the buoyancy. They make it easy to catch waves, they're very stable, and they have a lot of room to stand up and move around the board. Shortboards, in contrast, are very good for advanced surfers. They're harder to catch the waves and stand up on, but once you do, you can do a bunch of tricks and hard turns and advanced tricks on the board once you're comfortable enough with that. The type of board to use not only depends on the skill level, but also on the conditions of the waves where you're surfing. Longboards are very good for slow, rolling waves that are small, but they are not suitable for large, steep waves. On the other hand, shortboards are very good for fast, steep waves, but they are useless in small waves because they just aren't able to catch those waves. Clearly, there's a science to the type of surfboard that you should use, depending on your skill level, experience, style of surfing, and conditions of the waves where you are headed to. Longboards are easy to learn on, they're more stable, and they are ideal for smaller waves. Shortboards are harder to catch waves with, but they are fun for tricks and ideal for large waves. Now you know how to find the right board to ride based on your skill level, experience, and conditions of where you are going. Have fun surfing and hang loose.